It's rumored the Ahsoka versus Anakin duel was cut from episode 5. What are your thoughts? My thoughts on episode 5 of Ahsoka. Now, if you had been listening to me, I said from the beginning, I thought episode 5 was going to be the Anakin episode because that was the next one that was directed by Dave Filoni. Little did I know they'd have the, mic drop moment, the Twitter viral moment of Anakin showing up with Ahsoka somehow in the world between worlds at the end of episode 4. But obviously it's clear episode 5 is going to be the big Anakin episode. Now, I do not think that that's Anakin Skywalker. I don't think that he's found his way to the world between worlds. I think one of two things are possible. One, yes, Ahsoka somehow got pulled in the world between worlds again. Ahsoka, this character who's already been pulled in the world between worlds before, who was saved from dying like she should have before by Ezra. Maybe she was pulled in there. Now she's in the world between worlds. But I don't think this is Anakin Skywalker. I think it's a manifestation. Whether it's a manifestation of the sun, and they're going to go into full, in the Mortis arc with this stuff. For a lot of people that didn't watch Clone Wars, you probably have no idea what Mortis is, who the Mortis gods are, the Celestials. You probably have no idea. And yes, I'm well aware the sun died at the end of the Mortis arc. But again, this is Star Wars. No one's ever really gone. So I would not be shocked in any way if Dave Filoni wanted to get him involved in some form or fashion. I do think there's an outside chance that could be the case, that this could be some sort of manifestation of the sun trying to trick Ahsoka in some way. I also think it could be Palpatine. I really do. Palpatine, for a long time, has wanted access to the world between worlds. There's an entire plot point in Rebels, which, again, if you didn't watch Rebels, you have no idea what's going on in this show, let alone the world between worlds. But I do think there's a chance that it could be some sort of, tactic or manipulation, something from Palpatine to get access to the world. Who fucking knows what it could be? But of course, Palpatine is alive in this story. They're not retconning the sequels. Just wanted to point that out. The other option, I think, is that this is not the world between worlds. That this is not real. All the people that get excited about this reunion of Sky Guy and Snips, Ahsoka and Anakin, that's just used for fucking member berries. But I do think that the people got really excited about this. It might be very disappointing when this turns out to be a nothing burger, either a manifestation of the dark side in some way, or it's just a near-death experience from Ahsoka. She's drowning right now. That's what I think is more likely than anything else in a weird way, that she's drowning right now in that ocean, that she's about to die, right? And she's having a near-death experience, and this is in her head or something that she's trying to deal with or come to terms with. And episode 5, in my mind, I think it's going to be member berries galore. I think the entire thing is going to be Ahsoka and Anakin kind of walking through the world between worlds and seeing different outcomes that could have happened, seeing different things that could have been going on in her life. And of course, getting these moments that we know from before. And it's going to be meant just to make you think that this character is so fucking important when she was never meant to be this important. I think the fans of Clone Wars and Rebels are going to eat this thing up and they're going to love it. I don't know how the general audience is going to feel about it, especially when it's not going to have any lasting impact. It's not actually going to change anything. It's just going to be a walk down memory lane. Don't be surprised if we see some other massive cameos. I wouldn't put out a Kanan Jarrus cameo. I wouldn't be surprised if Kanan showed up in some way. Maybe Ahsoka sees the moment that Kanan died and sacrificed himself, or all these different things. Rex, who knows? Who knows what could possibly happen? But that's what I think episode 5 of Ahsoka is going to be. I've said all along it's going to be the Anakin episode. Now I think it's going to be the member berry episode, them walking through the world between worlds, seeing different possible things. And at the end of the day, it's either not going to be real, this is just a nostalgia trip, this is just either hallucination, near-death experience from Ahsoka, or it's some sort of manipulation and manifestation of a dark side entity that's trying to manipulate her. That's what I think for episode 5, but I guess we'll see.